Hello everyone, welcome to another video in this series, everything you need to know about Immortal. Today we are going to go through our first Chaos Immortal, Fu Fei, River Goddess. In my opinion, one of the best support in the game, probably the best according to many, and I'm working towards her as well, and hopefully she will be a game changer for me and my team. And according to a lot of people that I've been talking to, if you were going to get your first Chaos Immortal, Fu Fei is definitely to go for. And in this video, I'm gonna explain to you guys why she should be your first Chaos Immortal. Before we are going into the game, let's take a look at her history and story and her background. Fu Fei is a river goddess in the Chinese mythology associated with the Lu River. According to the legend, she was once a beautiful mortal woman who became a deity after drowning in the river. Fu Fei is often depicted as a graceful and ethereal figure who embodies the spirit of the Lu River, and her story has been immortalized in various Chinese poems and artwork. I'm not gonna lie to you guys, before she was released, like in the game, I didn't know who she was, I didn't know anything about her, but what intrigued me about finding more about her was because of her, Chinese mythology stuff. I really like that. So yeah, I did some, background research about her. Really an interesting character. If you like, you know, some Chinese mythology stuff, you should definitely go read about Fu Fei. Now let's take a look how we can get Fu Fei. As you can see, I have put many Eye of Chaos into the slide. But the only reason why I do that, I just want to emphasize that this Immortal is very expensive, and approximately you have to do a lot of Chaos Roulette, which will cost you around $2,200 plus minus, depending how fast you want to do it. I am doing her in my own way, and it takes me approximately 5 to 6 Chaos Roulette, where you go from 0 to 500, as you can see on the screen on the chest rewards right there. So each 500 tickets will cost you approximately $400, and she is expensive, so but I really like her. I want to go for her, so I'm working my way towards her as well. And with the Chaos Immortal fragments and stuff, they work differently from the normal Immortals. So here you need 80 fragments to unlock Fu Fei, and also the Chaos Immortals in general. And here is what kind of mind-blowing for me is that from 0 to unlocking the artifact and stuff like that, it's gonna take me, or I will be needing 1,640 fragments, which is almost twice as much as your normal legendary Immortals. So that's the only reason why I put so many Eye of Chaos there, because it's going to be very expensive. If you're going for it, you can do it in the long term. If you can do it in my method, which if you will take a look at some of my Chaos Roulette videos, I'm going to show you guys in depth how much I have spent, how many fragments, immortal fragments I get per time, and even the artifact as well. So yeah, that's how you could get Fu Fei Immortal. Now let's take a look at Fu Fei's stats and ultimate skill. The first thing that caught my eye and my attention to Fu Fei was the energy regen. For support, base energy regen as 100, you're gonna see her ultimate just popping off really fast. I'm gonna show you guys later in this build as well. And then you have really strong magical defense, magical protection, which make her, sustain a bit longer against the mage teams. And against the physical teams, you really don't need to worry, especially as a backliner, because you probably have a tank up front that can protect Fu Fei from the physical damage. And the middle one, you can see here that when she's maxed out, everything maxed out, artifact, her boost, everything, she will have 154 energy regen. Really, really amazing. Probably the highest energy regen among the supports and almost among the game, if I'm not mistaken. The only one that I could think of have a higher base stats or energy regen stats when it's maxed out is probably Hippolyta, Manco. I'm not 100% sure if the others like um, immortals that have the same energy regen as her. So really, first look, she's gonna be really, really strong. A lot of whales have her because of her ultimate skill and the energy regen, alongside with magic defense and magical protection. She has decent physical defense here as well, which, in my opinion, makes her really, really good for almost every team you want to use her in. Now let's take a look at her ultimate skill. Recovers all allied troops health, recovery rate 237%. Additionally, there is a 70% chance to remove all control effect to them and grant them immunity to all control effects for 3 seconds. This is what makes her really, really interesting for me, is that she can grant immunity to control for all of her allies. Really, really strong. I don't have no words for her other than she's amazing. And as you can see on the screen, my Fu Fei is currently at a 4-star, 4-star, almost 5-star right now. So I can start to use her soon with 2 skills. And she is really, really OP. I'm gonna showcase you guys her skill in the training arena, so we're gonna see how that skill works. Now that we are back in the training camp, I will be showcasing the Fu Fei ultimate. As you can see here, I put up a team that I want to try in PvP in the future, but I have to wait until Fu Fei is maxed out before I try anything like this. And I think this would be an interesting combo, but you never know if it's gonna work or not. And we're gonna fight another team, like a win team. So let's see if her ultimate gonna be, make the difference, because a lot of people are running the double mage or double healer behind, and it works really well. And you can see very early on that Fu Fei's energy regen is, amazing compared to others in my team, and it looks really good for now. And let's take a look at here. Fu Fei's ultimate. You can see here we get like a wound, so they can get healed. And you can see here is really, really strong. Like the health is barely dropping. And the ultimate, it seems like it doesn't show much on the battle replay, right? But you can also see really quick that like there she broke her ultimate. It doesn't seem to have any effect, but I think that's a visual bug. But we can see later in the reports and see what we can see there. You can see here she took a lot of damage. She still survived. She did actually heal a lot, which surprised me a lot, to be honest, because of the wound that King Emperor was hitting everybody. Same thing with Theodora, but Fu Fei is healing way more, which surprisingly really interesting. And as you can see here, the discarded healing 24 times, which 75% of all the healing. So imagine if she could heal for those as well. I think it would just be really, really OP. Now let's go take a look at Fu Fei's artifact. There's two artifacts, the healing and the energy regen artifact passive. I personally will always go for the energy regen, especially for Fu Fei. We saw it early in this video that when it's maxed out, you will have 154 energy regen when it's maxed out. And right now I only have like 100 or something. And when I get, hopefully, when I get her maxed out, I will have very similar to something like that as well, because as you can see, as you saw in her ultimate showcase, her healing is healing way too much, even though it got discarded from King Emperor. So it's really interesting to see how much she can heal otherwise, but as for now, we have to see. The best thing about this artifact is definitely the passive. The duration of Elegant Dance control immunity increased by 3 seconds, which is from 3 seconds to 6 seconds with the artifact, which in my opinion, super huge, can be game changing, especially for a mid spender like me. And hopefully it's gonna give me some advantage over some people that are in my STP power ranking, and let's see how that works when it gets out. Now let's go take a look at Fu Fei's skills and which one I think is the best for her. Of course, a lot of people are gonna run a lot of things differently, and I'm gonna respect that because they have more experience with her than me. But from what I've seen, these are the best ones, and I've tried some of them myself before in the arena battle, and also fought against it quite often actually in the arena and PvP. And the most common skill that I see on her is definitely Spring of Life, Vitality Touch, Purifications. Some people have Memory Defense, some people have No Escape. But for those, the reason why I put free-to-play skills here, I think when you have Fu Fei, you probably have the 3 skills already, right? But if you do not have some of these skills, I really recommend you Fighting Master, Shelter, Assist. They are the most common ones, and sometimes you see Wine and Dine every now and then. And of course, if you are wanting to, going for a little more attacking, the aura right there also helps a lot. Sacrifice, I think is the name, helps a lot. So yeah, that's for her skill. But if I'm gonna pick 3 skills for her, I probably would pick Spring of Life, Vitality Touch, and Purifications. Sometimes you can move them around, relocate them around in your team. So I probably pick 3 of them there. But also sometimes I probably run Fighting Master as well. Like always, before we end this video, we're going to go into the game and then we're going to see which team have the best composition with her in the team. And you can see here that my thought of, way of thinking, I want to use Fu Fei in this March, Yi Sun-shin, Charles, Himiko, and Fu Fei. Of course, a lot of people are running differently, but I was thinking to try something like this for a while. I'm a big fan of all these immortal together, and you can also run Alex here, which is possible, like Earth, Fu Fei, and then Himiko. And most of the time, this works out really, really well. But you can see in the arena, especially the whales, they are running something alongside like this, the most meta match in the game, and probably the best March in the game as well. There's Poseidon, Athena, Theodora, and then Fu Fei. In my opinion, really strong. I fought with the March, like in the rally, and I fought against it. It just wrecked me every single time. Both of them out heals pretty much everyone, and even with the likes of Genghis Khan, the likes of King Emperor, and some other skills as well, you cannot wound them fast enough for you to kill them. Like, especially as a casual spender, all you can do is just watch, basically. So I'm aiming for something like that as well. But if there's some other people, you can see majority of the whales are running very similar marches, like that, right? You can see here, and then here, and then probably see here as well. You'll probably see something like that here as well, and then so on and so on. You kind of get the idea, right? This is super strong, very tanky. Let's see if I have some reports from these fights so I can show you guys. I believe I probably do not have one. Oh yeah, I do here. Oh no, sorry, that's the wrong one. We might see if the one I lost. So we can see some of the reports and fights, because I'm not 100% sure if some of the whales actually beat me. Okay, they did, but yeah, not even one of them have Fu Fei, but you get my idea, right? So before we go, so let's take a look at Nooms. Of course, you're gonna be good versus Nooms versus the PvE aspect of the game. She's gonna heal a lot. She's gonna give control immunity, which means I won't be needing Fighting Master anymore. So I can put another skill here. It's gonna be really interesting, and I'm going to do the Chaos Roulette really soon, and I'm gonna get her to 5 stars. I think it was 5 or 6. Yeah, 5 stars. So I will be able to use her in my main march, and then I'm gonna slowly work towards maxing her out. So yeah, it's been a really tough, grind. A lot of money spent. You can see here, I think the elegant dance, I really like this skill. Unfortunately, I do not have any battle reports to show you guys and analyze with you guys at the moment. But all I'm gonna say is very simple: is that Fu Fei really strong immortal, probably the best support in the game, probably the strongest Chaos Immortal in the game as well, if you look from the aspect of like Poseidon's attack, Athena's defense and stuff like that. But like Immortal in general, a lot of people would recommend her, like unlocking her first. So let's see if he has. Okay, here, for example, this one. You can see how good she is, healing a lot, even healing more than Theodora. And you can see how good this combo is together. The only weakness, in my opinion, for her is if you have someone like, let's say, Alex, and she is behind a damage dealer, like Tutankhamun, for example, and Alex, with his damage, with his DPS, can go through Tutankhamun, and then if, for example, Alex has Cleave, has Assembly Charge, it will also hit the backliner, which gonna be Fu Fei, and that's the only way to kill her, in my opinion. But you never know, right? So yeah, that's it about Fu Fei in this everything you need to know about Immortal video. I hope I covered everything about Fu Fei and why. If you are at the end of the video and you've been watching since beginning, I'm gonna recommend you guys to get Fu Fei as your first Chaos Immortal because she is just that OP energy region, amazing. I cannot wait to use her as well. Her stats really good. She's a Chaos Immortal, the best Chaos Immortal in my opinion. Really easy, like no doubt which one I should get first. And yeah, that's it for this video. I hope you guys enjoy the Fu Fei review and see you guys in the next video.